Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got joke time. So today I am with my buddy, my son, Noah, who's 7 years old. You want to say hi, Noah?
Hi guys.
Awesome. So we're gonna do a little family joke time today. So I am on a site called jokeswarehouse.com. It's all free jokes, and I'm just gonna read a few. So I'll start out with number one. Is that okay, Noah?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so this one is called The Centipede, and it goes like this. A man goes into a pet shop and tells the owner that he wants to buy a pet that can do everything. The shop owner suggests a faithful dog. The man replies, "Come on, a dog?" The owner says, "How about a cat?" The man replies, "No way, a cat certainly can't do everything. I want a pet that can do everything." The shop owner thinks for a minute, then says, "I've got it, a centipede." The man says, "A centipede? I can't imagine a centipede doing everything, but okay, I'll try a centipede." He gets the centipede home and says to the centipede, "Clean the kitchen." 30 minutes later, he walks into the kitchen. It's immaculate. All the dishes and silverware have been washed, dried, and put away. The countertops clean, the appliances sparkling, the floors waxed. He's absolutely amazed. He says to the centipede, "Go clean the living room." 20 minutes later, he walks into the living room. The carpet has been vacuumed, the furniture cleaned, and dusted pillows on the sofa plumped, plants watered. The man thinks to himself, "This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. This is really a pet that can do everything." Next, he says to the centipede, "Run down to the corner and get me a newspaper." Centipede walks out the door. 10 minutes later, no centipede. 20 minutes later, no centipede. 30 minutes later, no centipede. By this point, the man is wondering what's going on. The centipede should have been back in a couple of minutes. 45 minutes later, still no centipede. He can't imagine what could have happened. Did the centipede run away? Did it get run over by a car? Where is that centipede? He goes to the front door, opens it, and there's a centipede sitting right outside. The man says, "Hey, I sent you down to the corner 45 minutes ago to get me a newspaper. What's the matter?" The centipede says, I'm going. I'm just putting on my shoes." Because the centipede, get it? The centipede has 100 legs. So you know how many shoes that is? Oh, oh, oh. You want to shoot this one?
Oh.
I'm not going to look. Oh. Oh, did you make it? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
All right, do you want to read this one?
Sure.
All right, Noah's going to read this one. Make sure you're loud, buddy.
This joke is called The Rude Parrot. Dave received a parrot for his birthday. The parrot was fully grown with a bad attitude and worse vocabulary. Even another word was
Obscenity.
obscenity. Those were
Explicitives.
were say to least. Rude. David tried hard to change the bird's attitude, and it was constantly saying polite words. Playing soft music, anything he could think of, nothing worked.
Louder.
He yelled at the bird, and the bird yelled back. He shocked the bird and the bird just got more angry and more rude. Finally, in a moment of desperation, Dave put the bird in the freezer just for a few moments. He heard the bird. David was frightened that he might have hurt the bird and quickly opened the freezer door. The parrot calmly sat down
Loud.
and said,
Loud.
"I believe
They
I
gotta
may
listen
have
to you.
often you with my rude language and actions.
I'll endeavor at once
and to correct my behavior. I really am truly sorry and beg your forgiveness." Dave was astonished at the bird's change in attitude and was about to ask what he made such a dramatic change when the parrot continued, "May I ask, what did the chicken do?"
The chicken. Oh no. Wow, that I'll read it a little bit louder so you guys can hear it. I think Noah's tired, so let me read a little bit loud. David received a parrot for his birthday. The parrot was fully grown with a bad attitude and a worse vocabulary. Every other word was an obscenity. Those that weren't explicitives were, to say the least, rude. David tried hard to change the bird's attitude and was constantly saying polite words, playing soft music, anything he could think of. Nothing worked. He yelled at the bird, and the bird yelled back. He shocked the bird, and the bird just got more angry and more rude. Finally, in a moment of desperation, David put the bird in the freezer just for a few moments. He heard the bird squawk and kick and scream, and then suddenly there was quiet. David was frightened that he may have hurt the bird and quickly opened the freezer door. The parrot stepped out and said, "I believe I may have offended you with my rude language and actions. I'll endeavor at once to correct my behavior. I am really truly sorry and beg your forgiveness." David was astonished at the bird's change in attitude and was about to ask what made such a dramatic change when the parrot continued, "May I ask, what did the chicken do?" Ah, because he saw the chicken in the freezer.
Next.
So he thought something. Why don't you shoot? You'll be the
Next one.
shooter. I'll read it, okay? All right. So this
Yes,
one is going to
another
be
one.
the vampire bat. A vampire bat came flapping in from the night, covered in fresh blood, and parked himself on the roof of the cave to get some sleep. Pretty soon, all the other bats smelt the blood and began hassling him where he got it. He told them, "Go away," and let him get some sleep. But they persisted until he finally gave in. "Okay, follow me," he said, and flew out of the cave with hundreds of bats behind him. Down through a valley they went, across a river, and into the forest trees. Finally, he slowed down, and all the other bats excitedly milled around him. "Now, do you see that tree over there?" he asked. "Yes, yes, yes." The bats all screamed in a friendly. "Good," said the first bat, "because I didn't." Oh, ran right into the tree. Ha 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 ha.
Okay. Next.
Go ahead and shoot it. Next one.
Here.
Alligator in a
Wait,
bar.
watch me shoot. Watch
Go,
me shoot.
go. Aw, almost. A guy walked into a bar with a pet alligator by his side. He put the alligator up on the bar. He turned to the astonished patrons and said, "I'll make you a deal. I'll open this alligator's mouth and place my genitals inside." Uh-oh. This is not a good one. We should have read this ahead of time. "Then the gator will close his mouth for 1 minute, then I'll open his mouth and I'll remove being okay. In return for..." Okay, we're just going to skip that one. That's just not appropriate. Okay. The dancing duck. A circus owner walked into a shop to see everyone crowded around a table watching a little show. On the table was an upside-down pot and a duck tap dancing on it. The circus owner was so impressed that he offered to buy the duck from its owner. After some wheeling and dealing, they settled for $10,000 for the duck and the pot. 3 days later, the circus owner runs back to the shop in anger. "Your duck is a ripoff. I put him in the pot before a whole audience, and he didn't dance a single step." Thought the duck's former owner. "Did you remember to light the candle under the pot?" Ah, because it was hot. All right, go ahead. One more. See if you can make it. Oh, the lion wakes up. This is the lion. So the lion wakes up in the jungle and finds that a tool is missing. He goes to the elephant and asks, "Have you seen my tool?" Elephant replies, "What does it look like?" Lion, "Well, it's got 4 points in it." Elephant, "Sorry, I haven't seen it. Try mouse." So the lion goes to the mouse and asks, "Have you seen my tool?" Mouse, "What does it look like?" Lion, "Well, it's got 4 points on it." Mouse, "Sorry, mate. I have not seen it. Try croc." So the lion proceeds to the crocodile and asks, "Have you seen my tool?" Croc, "What does it look like?" Lion, "Well, it's got 4 points in it." Croc, "Sorry, I've not seen it. Try jaguar." So the lion goes to the jaguar and asks, "Have you seen my tool?" Jaguar, "Of course, I ate it." The lion, "Why did you do that?" Jaguar, "Well, I'm a 4-point tool eater jaguar. Ha 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 ha. All right, one final one. Got quackers? A duck walks into a bar and asks the bartender for some quackers. Bartender explains that the bar doesn't have any quackers. The next day, the same duck walks into the bar and asks the bartender for quackers. The bartender again explains that the bar doesn't serve quackers. Sure enough, the very next day, the duck again walks into the bar and asks for some quackers. Bartender screams at the duck, "If you come in here one more time, I'm going to nail your beak into the wall with a hammer and some nails." A few days pass, and then the duck walks into a bar again. The bartender notices the duck and says, "I'm warning you." The duck replies, "Do you have a hammer?" Bartender replies, "No." The duck asks, "Do you have any nails?" The bartender replies, "No." The duck grins and asks, "Do you have any quackers?" Because he knew he couldn't nail him if he didn't have that. So what do we do at the end of the video, the joke video, Noah? What do we normally do?
Papers.
All right, so this is one of my favorite times that we can do. I think everybody always enjoys this as a fun time. So Noah, go on this side.
Okay.
And I'll go on this side. And I want you guys to subscribe, like, comment, share. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to make more than Noah. I hope I'm going to, don't do that. I'm going to make more than Noah. And if you like this, subscribe and share. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Noah, can you say bye? Shoot him.
Bye, guys.
Oh my gosh. Say bye. They can't see you.
Oh, wait.
Oh my gosh.
Bye.
All right. See you guys later.
Here.
Say bye.
Wait.